There was an awesome moment in yesterday's Phillies game. So an older gentleman caught a foul ball and he tried to give it to a kid. Well, turns out that kid is the son of Nick Castellanos. So Liam Castellanos says, I've probably gotten a few baseballs in my life. Give it to that kid right there. The kid was absolutely out of his mind happy, and I love baseball so much. What's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. Thank you all so much for stopping by. If this is your first time on the channel, we do this every day, so don't be afraid to hit subscribe. An Orioles player, and not just any Orioles player, Trey Mancini is not happy about the modifications in Camden Yards. At least we're talking about the wall in left field. Tyler Naquin has been eating his former team alive. He has been Babe Ruth against the Cleveland Guardians, and Robinson Cano is looking like 24-year-old Robbie Cano with the San Diego Padres. I mean, he looks like a whole new player. A quick reminder, if you're going to any baseball games anytime soon, use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save yourself 20 bucks off your entire order. A lot of you guys have been using it, so I'm just happy that I'm saving you guys some money. Now, we do have some breaking news before we talk about a few walk-off home runs from yesterday. Nolan Gorman and Matt Liberatore are finally being called up for the St. Louis Cardinals. Nolan Gorman has 7 home runs in his last 7 games. He's just 22 years old. And Matt Liberatore, he's also 22. He has a 3.83 ERA in the last 40-ish innings with a nearly 11 strikeouts per 9. He came over in the Randy Arozarena trade. And the best part about this, Nolan Gorman and Matt Liberatore are childhood friends. They've been playing together forever, so this is just an awesome moment. This video has been so good for the feels. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Cardinals, because we just talked about their prospects getting called up, and maybe those vibes are going to be even better. But they're playing the Mets, so it's going to be tough. Polar Bear Pete has been relentless lately, driving in his 34th RBI, and it would have been more if Nolan didn't twirl a nice double play to end the inning. Enter rookie Juan Yepes. This dude has been mashing so far, and so has Paul Goldschmidt. Goldie now has a 12-game hitting streak. Now later, he doubles in Tommy Edman to take the lead from New York. The Mets tie it back on an RBI grounder. Clutches up. He collects RBIs 2 and 3 on the day, as Harrison Bader can't get to this one. And let me just say, if Harrison Bader can't catch it, no one can. But then the wheels kind of fall off for not only Chris Bassett, but Edwin Diaz and the defense as well. The Cardinals refuse to go away. They actually reclaim the lead on a Pujols double play in the 10th inning. So we need some more RBI juice from Pete, and he does exactly that. He walks it off with a 447-foot prodigious 2-run walk-off home run. The man has 116 dongs in his first 410 games. He now has 36 RBIs through 40 games, which ties a Mets franchise record. Now, an update real quick. The Mets did get the W, but they kind of took an L as well, because Mad Max, the update is he's going to be missing the next 6 to 8 weeks with an oblique strain. I'm going to need Chris Bassett and Cookie to really step up, because that rotation, it's been hurt a lot. We had another walk-off home run from yesterday. The Yankees were taking on the Orioles, and Stanton belts one deep and far, but slams into that stupid wall in left field. More on that abomination after the high. Well, actually, we have to talk about it right now, because Robinson Chirino says, I don't mind that wall at all. That is a 2-run home run, and then Jorge Mateo singles up the middle against his former team to give the Orioles the lead. And I think that first one off the wall really angered Giancarlo Stanton, because he got all of this one. He has 11 home runs, 35 RBIs, and a 165 OPS plus, and he's nearly hitting 300. Stanton has been a monster. IKF sends the Yankees to a 5-3 lead, but here comes the Baltimore Bashers. Yes, that is my awful nickname anytime they play the Bronx Bombers. Former Yankee Odor singles to play spoiler again, and then Baltimore spoils it for themselves, allowing IKF to score after Anthony Santander couldn't throw him out. But he can hit all of this one out, a walk-off 3-run missile, and Anthony Santander is quietly having an amazing season. 7 home runs, 19 RBIs, a 131 OPS plus, and I forgot that he's just 27 years old, so he is the perfect trade candidate. The Orioles are not very good. But Aaron Judge, we know a few days ago, was joking about the new wall in left field at Camden Yards, and Trey Mancini came out. He wasn't joking around. He's dead serious. He agrees that the new wall is stupid. And yeah, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you're a Yankees fan, if you're an Orioles fan, I mean, so far it's worked against the Yankees, but if you're an Orioles fan, home runs have really dipped. Trevor Story made some history. We're going to talk about that in just a moment, because the first few innings was all Seattle. The Mariners smoked Boston with a Dylan Moore home run, and then Ty France basically snatched Rich Hill's Halloween candy. We're going to need a storybook ending to pull this one off. And yeah, see what I did there? Trevor Story hits a 2-run bomb in the second. he wasn't done yet. Another 2-run home run in the 3rd inning, so he has been a completely different human since being booed by the Boston fan base. And I have to shout out Tanner Houck because he came in for 4 innings of scoreless baseball with 6 strikeouts, only 1 base hit allowed. Boston fans, I have to ask you, I just haven't really kept up with every single inning. Why is he not a starting pitcher? Let me know in the comment section down below. George Kirby leaves the game, but then has to come back in because the rules say as soon as a pitcher crosses the chalk and throws warm-up pitches, he has to face at least 1 hitter. So that 1 hitter was Verdugo. Verdugo doubles and then scores after Trevor Story singles and J-Rod threw it into the dugout. JBJ smokes an RBI double, and then some awful Seattle pitching allows 3 more in the bottom of the 7th. But Trevor Story and the Boston Red Sox were not done. Trevor Story flips the script. That is a 3-home run game, and he became the first second baseman in the history of Major League Baseball to have 3 home runs and a stolen base in a single game. He joins Nomar Garcia-Parra and Dustin Pedroia as the only, I think, infielders or middle infielders to have a 3-home run game. He woke up with an 80 WRC plus, and he went to bed with a 112 WRC plus. Also, look at the batting average leaders for the Boston Red Sox. This team is not bad. The league should be afraid if they pick up a pitcher or 2 in terms of bullpen arms and Chris Sale comes back healthy. Watch the heck out. I don't care if the 1927 Murderers Row Yankees were playing yesterday. No one was touching Yu Darvish. He was really good. He doesn't allow any through 3, and then he got some help from the offense in the 4th inning. Robinson Cano, don't you know, singles to right field to plate Profar, and then Kim continues to produce with his 17th RBI. And look at Robbie sliding around, making plays. Again, he is looking all of a sudden like a brand new player. He robs Gene Segura of a hit. Darvish throws 108 pitches in 7 shutout innings, and he strikes out 5. So he wasn't overly dominant, but he's still able to slice up that Phillies offense. Taylor Rogers has a shaky 9th, but collects his 15th save. Rogers had 18 saves in his previous 60 innings, but now has 15 in just 16 innings this year. That was a fantastic trade, but I do feel bad for Twins fans because they lost Rogers and the guy that they got back, Chris Paddock, who just underwent Tommy John surgery, so I hope that he comes back healthy. Now, during this game, I want to show a pretty cool moment. Harper and a fan switched hats, so Harper says, hey, I have an autograph hat for you. Give me your hat, and the fan obliges. They trade hats. So what do you think of this one? This white hat, I'm not going to lie, Bryce, that's a sick hat. The Diamondbacks and the Cubs, one of my favorite players in baseball, does it again. Dalton Varsho smokes one to center field. He now has 7 home runs on the year, and over his last 132 games, check this out, 24 doubles, 18 home runs, 9 stolen bases. He's a catcher, by the way. So the fact that he is a Swiss Army knife, again, it makes it so much fun to watch along with Ketel Marte. I just feel like the Diamondbacks are a fun team right now. So the Diamondbacks get more in the 4th after Rojas singles in Marte, and then Rojas gets the 2nd on an awful throw from Seiya. David Peralta takes advantage of that bad throw, plating Rojas to make it a 3-0 game for Zach Gallen. Gallen strikes out 4 in 5 very good innings. He is now first in ERA with a 1.14 ERA, and Melanson, he's still getting the job done at the ripe age of 37 with his 8th save of the year. Framber Valdez got beaten by Corey Seager just in this at-bat. Seager kind of poked it the other way to score Eli White, but the Astros answer with Aledmus Diaz sending one down the line, and then Kyle Tucker getting this one to drop. He now has 26 RBIs. He's been so good as of late. Glenn Otto fought through that tough inning, and he finished strong. No runs the rest of the way. He goes 6 innings for the Rangers, but I'm not sure about his future because he's allowed 39 earned runs and 21 walks in his first 47 innings. That is horrific. Framber Valdez's future is very much secure. He tosses another gem, 7 strikeouts in 7 innings. He lowers his ERA to 2.68. Hector Neris comes in and strikes out the side in the 8th, and Martin Maldonado clears the bases. He's usually worthless with the bat, but he has 5 RBIs in the last week. Now, remember that one game a few days ago we talked about where Devin Williams and Josh Hader, they struck out 6 in a row to end the game? Hector Neris and Ryan Presley did the same thing. 6 up, 6 down, all via the strikeout as the Astros win 5-1 against their Texas rival. The White Sox and the Royals, Hunter Dozier gets into this one. He bulldozes this one for 2 runs, and Nicky Lopez drives in Kyle Isbell to make it 3-0. Just Lou Bob collects one, and Dozier matches him in the bottom half, so they were trading RBIs. So it's 4-1 when TA7 gets his team right back into the ball game, and Lou Bob does his job with an RBI blooper in the 6th. Can they do it? Can the White Sox complete the comeback? Adam Engel, he has a pinch hit single to score AJ Pollock, and Lord have mercy, Luis Robert did not miss this one. That is his 30th career home run. He has a very nice 6.9 WAR in his first 154 games. He is an all-time talent, ladies and gentlemen. And Chicago is finally back up to a 500 record. They're still 3 games back of the Twins, though. And last but not least, we're going to stay with a AL Central team, the Guardians. Yeah, Tyler Naquin, a former Cleveland baseball player, has been Babe Ruth. He is hitting .583 with 3 home runs against Cleveland. Like, okay, we get it, bro. You don't miss us. That's fine. So that was it for Tyler Mahle. Tyler Mahle gives up 1, and he was incredible. He tossed 6 1/3 with 4 strikeouts, but he actually got outdueled by Cal Quantrill. Quantrill now has 5 consecutive starts going 6+ innings, and he threw 70 of his 95 pitches, 4 strikes. Just unfortunately, the bullpen of the offense let him down as Tyler Stephan reverted back to 2021 Tyler Stephan. He allowed an RBI on a single to Farmer and then throws one to my house for another run. We head to the bottom of that inning where J-Ram fouls one straight into his shin. If you've ever played baseball, those are probably the worst to experience in the batter's box, just directly into your shin. He was able to toughen up and rip an RBI single. Now, a little fun fact, that was off of Alexis Diaz, the brother of Edwin Diaz, and I just want to show their mechanics because they are absolutely identical. Luckily for the Reds, Santillan replaces Alexis. He throws nearly 2 no-hit innings in relief, and they sweep the Cleveland baseball team for the first time in the Reds' history, and the Reds have now won 8 of their last 12 games. Good for them. Before we talk about this day in MLB history, I wanted to go ahead and end today's recap with some shout outs. Alexander and Braden, thank you so much for the love. They both gave super thanks, and it really means a lot to me. Just the extra support, always going the extra mile, means a lot to me. And also, if you want to see some trivia in these videos, like Chase suggested, let me know in the comment section down below. But without further ado, this day in MLB history, 15 years ago today, Barry Bonds tied the great Bambino. And then one of the more famous scuffles happened between, I think it was the White Sox and the Cubs. I think that's what it was.
Merton, it is a collision at the plate, and Pierzynski not only bangs into Barrett, bangs onto the plate, and here they go.
Barry Bonds, deep drive, right field, 7-14. Barry Bonds has tied Babe Ruth, 714 home runs.